U.S. checking Iranian warships that might be gone to Venezuela. Tehran's expectation in sending the vessels toward the Western Hemisphere stays a secret, as does their payload. The U.S. Public Safety Local Area is checking 2 Iranian maritime vessels whose extreme objective might be Venezuela, as indicated by 3 individuals acquainted with the circumstance. In what might be a provocative move at a strained second in U.S Iran relations. An Iranian frigate and the Makran, a previous oil big hauler that was changed over to a gliding forward organizing base, have been traveling south along the east bank of Africa, said individuals, who talked on state of secrecy to examine a delicate subject. U.S. authorities don't know without a doubt the objective of the Iranian ships, these authorities said, yet accept they might be eventually set out toward Venezuela. Iran's goal in sending the vessels toward the Western Hemisphere stays a secret, individuals said, as does their payload. The two nations, the two of them confronting serious U.S. sanctions, have grown near ties in the course of the most recent couple of years, with participation going from fuel shipments to joint vehicle and concrete industrial facility projects. Senior authorities in President Nicolas Maduro's administration in Caracas have been exhorted that inviting the Iranian warships would be an error, as indicated by an individual acquainted with the conversations. However, it's not satisfactory whether Maduro has noticed that cautioning. At one point on Thursday, U.S. military authorities comprehended the boats had turned around, however starting at Friday morning they were all the while steaming south, one individual said. Legislators aware of the most delicate knowledge data were educated in the course of recent days that the U.S. accepted the Iranian boats might be making a beeline for Venezuela. However, forewarned that the objective could change, as per an individual informed on the matter. The simple presence of Iranian warships in America's terrace would address a test to U.S. expert around there and would probably aggravate the discussion in Washington over President Joe Biden's choice to reopen dealings with Tehran. Iranian media has guaranteed the 755-foot-long Makran, which was authorized for the current year, can fill in as a stage for electronic fighting and uncommon activities missions. And Iranian authorities have bragged the boat's rocket and weapons capacities. It can convey 6 to 7 helicopters, just as robots, they have said. A representative for the Venezuelan Foreign Ministry declined to remark. A representative at the Iranian mission to the UN declined to remark. Also, White House and Pentagon spokespersons declined to remark. The circumstance of Iran's obvious toward the West attack is particularly inconvenient for those expecting a bringing down of strains with Tehran. Since entering office, Biden has investigated rejoining the 2015 consent to check Iran's atomic program, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which his archetype Donald Trump deserted in 2018. Those discussions are progressing in Vienna. The new battling among Israel and the assailant bunch Hamas, since a long time ago supported by Iran, likewise has powered analysis from Republican administrators about the astuteness of reappearing the JCPOA. Progressive governments in Tehran and Caracas have made a propensity for challenging the United States, with whom every nation has a mind-boggling history. The Venezuelan government was one of the first to perceive the Islamic Republic after the 1979 defeat of the Shah, a U.S. partner in the Middle East. Tehran routinely has a problem with the presence of U.S. warships in the Persian Gulf area, and it has recently taken steps to make a comparable demonstration of power in America's long yet never finished. Maduro's dictator system has been evaded by numerous nations, including its Latin American neighbors. The United States has forced progressively harsher rounds of approvals that have rebuffed an economy previously racked by bungle, debasement, and covet. Iran is one of Venezuela's couple of close partners. As Venezuela's oil refining area has imploded lately, the Islamic Republic has sent numerous fuel big haulers to the nation to assist with devastating gas deficiencies. In return, Venezuela's administration has provided Tehran with much required money and assisted it with building connections in Latin America. U.S. authorities have watched those binds bloom with changing degrees of concern.